want. Sorry guys, I don't know what happened. It like froze or something. So, to trim my brows, I use these little scissors, which you could actually get these at, I want to say Walgreens is where I got mine. I don't remember, to be honest. Let's see. And then before I do anything, I'm gonna put like that little gel, like that freeze stuff on it, so I could brush all my little hairs up with this. That way I don't have, so all of them stand up. So any kind of brow glue. This one's the NYX one, and then these little scissors. They're basically brow scissors, and they do come with the overcomb attached already, so that's the nice thing about it, is that it already has it. I'm gonna have to do this without my glasses and my contacts. See, these hairs in the front are super, look at this. They're so long. So if I were to even want to comb them up, they would look really crazy. Que están bien largos. I haven't done this in a while. So normally, they should not be this long. So I'm gonna comb them up. Look at that. Damn, girl. So I like to flatten it out so that way I know what I'm gonna cut, which is like that. I don't know what happened to the other live. It like froze and then it ended. A ver si lo puedo levantar. I don't know if I'm actually gonna be able to get the scissors underneath. Yeah, I can't. It's not gonna let me. What the heck? So for this, I'm just gonna go ahead and use regular scissors and just cut straight across. The other ones I can do, but it can't have the gel on it. I just wanted to see if it would work with the gel on it. So with these little scissors, and then I'm gonna take all the sticky glue stuff off. Hola Yolanda, saludos. Saludos desde dónde? Okay. And now with the overcomb, I'm going to thin it out. These little scissors work so good, you guys. So what it does is like, it still trims the length on it. And what I like to do at the same time, I lay the comb down flat on my skin and kind of wiggle through the hair like that. And then instead of cutting it flat, because I don't want it to cut too much, I kind of angle it up a little bit and then trim. Because if you trim it with the comb flat against your face, te va a cortar mucho. Like it'll take too much off. So I say do a little bit and then go from there. But see the difference? Compared to, look. Look at this side compared to, because look at how long they are over here. Like they are hella long. This is how long both of my sides were. They should not be that long. When you get your brows done, when they thread them and stuff, or wax them, that's what they do too. Like they'll bring the hair up like this and then they cut straight across and then they bring it straight down this way and then they cut all that too. I'm scared to do that, so I rather just try my hardest like this, and then I don't do nothing at the end because it's like really thinner on the outside. But the little gel thing works. You don't have to do the gel thing, but I think it makes it easier for me to be able to cut straight across if the little hairs are flat. And then do the rest. But those little scissors work so good. Because look at my brows. That was bad. Now if I were to comb these up on this side, see? Now you see the difference. I used to get my brows threaded, which I still love it, but I don't really go anymore because I've noticed that even if I get my brows threaded, I still get a allergic reaction, and I'll get a bunch of bumps around my brows right here. I'll get a bunch of bumps. I wouldn't have a problem with it if the bumps went away right away, but they don't. I mean, the bumps will go away literally at the time that I need to go and redo my brows. So imagine like having all, and I don't really break out, like once in a great while, I'll get that 1 or 2 big pimple because it's that time of the month. But besides that, my face is very clear. So if I were to get all these little bumps, it kind of sucks because it's like, I have to have all these bumps just to have my brows look nice. And then by the time the little bumps go away, they already grew out and I got to go back and redo it. So now I just do it myself. And if I get my brows waxed, same thing. The only thing that doesn't do that is if I pluck them. But plucking them, as you know, it pulls it from the root. It doesn't actually trim your hair. So I do it like this now. And I hadn't done it in a minute, as you can see, because... So get regular scissors and just cut across. Just like that. This is more for the length. And then wipe all that off. The brow glue. I don't know why the comments aren't working. I'm so sorry, but they're not working. And then we're gonna... And you could do it on the end too. If they're really, really long, if these ones are really long and they need to be trimmed, you could do it there too. So now I'm gonna go in with these overcomb scissors. It's a little harder on this side, but... Don't cut too much, because see, there's this stubborn little hair right there. There we got it. There we go. And these ones back here maybe a little bit. poquito nomás. I've had these scissors for such a long time, I honestly don't remember. But I'm pretty sure I got them at Walgreens. And since my brows are more on the bushy side, I like to do them as lightly as possible so that way they don't look extra thick. Let's see. And I try to use it a light color as well. You can hear me? No, I don't think, it's not that you guys can't, it's the comments. For whatever reason. Like a while ago, when I showed you guys the pictures of my dog and that other dog, there was no comments at all. And then when I came back from taking the phone to hubby, boom, there was like all flooded with comments. And I'm like, what the hell? It's like they're delayed or something's wrong. So Anastasia dip brow in the shade Ebony. No, light brown. Dark brown. So with this, I'm just gonna basically shape my brow and fill in a little bit because I want them to look as natural as possible. I don't have nothing on there right now. I don't like to use that brow stuff too much. Like I don't really use the glue stuff. Cause see how it's I have hair there, but it's like really light. Just fill it in a little bit. I just fill it in a little bit. And then the front, I have a lot of hair, but on the bottom part, like this bottom part, the root part is super light. And that's how it is up here. It's weird. So I just create little lines on the bottom. Just to kind of give the illusion. So it doesn't look like I don't have hair there. Even though I do, it's just super light. Like the root to my little hairs are super light. And I only do a few. I feel like if I were to sit there and add a bunch of them, it's going to look super bushy and then it's just going to look like a hairy ass vagina. And yeah, no. It ain't cute, girl. It ain't cute. That's it. And then I'll do the same over here. And I don't even bring it all the way up. I just create the little lines to, like, basically they link up with the other line. Like my actual hair. Because it's so thin. So you need to have a brush that's super, super thin and fine to create these little lines. And this one's perfect. This is a Anastasia brush. Make sure you get the thinnest one because they do have 3 different ones. And then the same. Draw a little line. I barely even use any product. Before I used to use Ebony on the shade, which is darker than this one, and I don't really want them the dark one makes them look more like Sharpie brows, like if you used a Sharpie. And since my brows are really dark already, I tried to go a little lighter. And obviously I can't go too light because my brow hair is so dark. So this dark brown worked better because it's a little lighter, and Ebony is darker. Ebony is like a jet black in the Anastasia brow stuff. And I've tried a lot of different brow stuff. This one I love. I mean, you could go swimming and put this on. Your stuff will stay. Thank you, Val. Hi, Jess. What up, girlie? And then I gotta go to the mail though. I finally got my, this is the MAC one. I normally use the Frankie Rose one to carve the top of my brows because I just love how thick it is. And it makes my brow, it highlights my brow bone so good. I'm telling you, I give it 100 out of 100. If you're looking for something like that. It's supposed to be an eye primer, but I just use it specifically to carve the bottom of my brow like this. This isn't it though. I ran out. Mine's in the mail. I gotta go to the mailbox. I was actually gonna go earlier, but we went to Walmart. I feel like the more natural the brow, the better. Especially if you're gonna do a big old crazy makeup look or add a lot of eyeshadow, like bright colors or dark colors on your eyes. I definitely say to go lighter on your brows because then it's gonna be too much and it's gonna kind of be way too much. Giving a whole ass fucking... This one that I'm using right now is from MAC. It does all right, but the one from Frankie Rose, that one's the best, man. And it's so thick, and it will stay, like it will literally leave your brows, like wherever you put it, like I am now. It will leave it so pigmented during the day. Like, you know, there's a lot of girls that when you do like make an eyeshadow look on your eye, and they'll go and put highlight underneath their brow to make it pop. You don't need to do that. If you do it with the right concealer, you don't need to do that because it will look amazing with just the concealer. Except I ran out, but like I said, I'm using this one for now. This is the MAC one. The one that I recommend is from Frankie Rose. And it's an eye primer, but I only use it specifically for underneath my brows because if I use that eye primer on my whole eyelid, it is so thick and creamy. Like it's creamy but super thick. It'll be harder to blend your eyeshadow. So I only use it like this, and then I use the another, like the P. Louise eye primer for the rest of my eye. And then this is my favorite brush. This is a Morphe R33. My favorite ever, like hands down. And then obviously for the top of my brow, I use my foundation. I don't use this because my skin is obviously not as light as it. So I use my foundation. And now that your girl got all tanned, because we went fishing for Father's Day, so now I can use my Frankie Rose foundation in the shade Oatmeal Blend. And I'll use that only for the top. I say use your foundation to carve the top of your brow, because either way, when you put the rest of the foundation on your face, it will blend so good because it's the same color. Also, best foundation for the summer or all time, even like 24/7. If you guys have not tried the Frankie Rose, dude, you are fucking sleeping on that shit because it is amazing. It's full coverage, sweat proof. If you sweat a lot in the summer, your face and everything, girl, you're missing out because this shit is like legit sweat proof. I've tried a bunch of different foundations and I always go back to it. Literally, I always go back to it. I feel like whenever you do your brows, the carving them out is literally the best part. It's like so satisfying. See? And then I'll do this other side, but I want you guys to see how full coverage this foundation is. I'll put foundation on just half of my face so you guys can see. And what I like about the foundation is, besides the fact that it's sweat proof, you can build it up as much as you want and it will never look cakey, no matter how many layers you do. So I don't know, it might be a little bit still dark for me. I normally go between Oatmeal Blend or Olive. This one's Oatmeal Blend, which is a little bit darker. Olive is lighter. So when I get sunburn, Oatmeal Blend fits me really, really good. So recently, before we went fishing, I decided to start using, because I have like bottle after, like, dude, like when I tell you I am stocked up, I have so many of these because I am on their PR. But I only have a bunch of Oatmeal Blend ones. So I was like, I don't want to go and buy a foundation, and I definitely don't want to ask them for one. Like, I just hate to ask. If they send it to me, I'm happy with it and grateful for it, but I hate to be like, hey, can you send me a bottle of foundation, after the fact that they send me, you know, refresher packages all the time. Like, no, I'd rather just buy it than to ask. So now, instead of wasting all these bottles, because I would never, ever, ever sell anything I received in PR. I think that's just so wrong and disgusting. Like, that's wrong. Now I mix it a little bit with the concealer. So I grab the chai, and then I mix that with it. So this is what my brows look like, which I desperately needed this trimming. And now I won't have a bunch of bumps all over my freaking face. See, not too bad, right? Especially because, like, I don't get them done professionally. So for doing it myself, I'll give it an 8. I feel like I give it an 8. They look real. Okay, I take it back. I'm gonna give it a 9. Because I feel like they look, I didn't fuck up on the cutting. Look, it's really straight. Girl, I did that. So now I'm going to show you the full coverage on this foundation on only half of my face because it's already 12 and I'm going to call it a night. I got to get up early. I just want you to see. If you're, I promise you guys, don't sleep on this Frankie Rose stuff. It's amazing. So I'm going to grab, I'm not even going to put face primer or nothing. I'm just going to go straight into my face. The only thing I put on my face is not this one because I ran out of this one, but it's this same brand from e.l.f. So the only thing I have on my face is the Daily Moisture Holly Hydration from e.l.f. That's it. I don't have nothing else. But I want you to see full coverage. So we'll go on this side since I have this big old damn thing on my face. I have freckles on my face, as you can see. I have freckles and a little bit of red. And then the only spot in my whole entire face that has pores, like deep pores you can actually see, is right here. Besides that, I don't have any pores anywhere. And obviously you can see like my veins there. I don't know why, but yeah. That's no más. Un 10. Oh, I'll take the 10. Hi, Irene. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm trying to see which. We'll do this side, okay? So I'm gonna show you. And I do have a code, you guys, if you guys are interested in saving a little bit of money. You could use my code XO Crystal to save some money. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. But it saves you money. Then I'm gonna use my foundation brush first. And again, this is full coverage, so technically if you want to do more than one layer, see how you could tell how it's a little darker than my face? So I'm gonna go ahead and mix. I thought I had tanned, like what the fuck? Le voy a poner poquito concealer to lighten it up a little. Just a little bit. Either way, I'll be able to blend it all together. But one layer will do you justice. But if you have more certain spots that need a little bit more coverage, you can add it. But what I like about it is even if you're adding an extra layer of foundation, it is such a good full coverage. Like, it will not leave your face looking cakey. I promise you that. Especially if you know what you're doing and you're using a good primer and like you moisturize your face and you use a good primer. I promise you, it will look good. So this is with one layer. And then I like to go over it with a beauty blender. Just so you don't have like any strokes from this. Okay, so you don't have the strokes on your face. Nomás que I don't know if mine is wet because I was using it earlier. Let's put some setting spray on it. So I use the brush first, and then I go over it with this. Or sometimes I'll just use a beauty blender. If not, I'll use one of these. It just depends on what I feel like doing. Okay, so that's one layer. It's obviously a little darker than me, but it's okay. And then I'm gonna put a tiny bit on those two little areas. If you want to do 2 layers, you can, but honestly, one layer does you justice. And it covers everything. Especially like my freckles, and since I have my skin, for whatever reason, is so red. Let me turn on this big old light para que puedan ver with the bright light. The bright light, I like to use the bright light so you can really see everything. Dude, I swear, man, if my husband went to sleep and didn't wait for me, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, let me show you guys. So this is one layer, no concealer, no nothing. I mean, at this point, there's no hiding that big old pimple. But just keep in mind that this side of my face is like this with the redness, the freckles, and all that shit. See how, and that's only one layer. And keep in mind that if you sweat a lot in the summer, your sweat will not break through your foundation. Like, you'll be sweaty around your neck, freaking your cheeks, everywhere else, but you will not sweat through your foundation at all. So there's this side and that side with one layer, just one layer. So then I'm going to use the same Frankie Rose, but I'm going to use a darker shade, which is Truffle. And I'll put it right there. And then the lighter one, which I'm running out, but I'll put that right there. And this is Chai. So for the bronzer, where I'm gonna contour with the darker shade, I use powder bronzer and then the cream, obviously the one I'm using now. But for this one, I'm using a Real Technique sculpting brush. This is the travel size, the little mini one, which I think is perfect for what I'm using it for. So and I like mine to blend really good. Like, I don't like it to be all pigmented and look really harsh on your face. Like, I want it to look as natural as possible and que no sea like too much. Okay. And then underneath my eyes, I like to press it in with this, and then I use this one. Whenever you use a beauty blender, since it's a sponge, it is gonna absorb a lot of your product into your sponge. But whenever you use like little things like this or these, or even a brush, it doesn't absorb any of the products. So that's why I go with this one first to kind of spread it out. And then I go in with this one to kind of blend it in into everything else. Like that. And then powder wise, I'm still like old school Milani. This is discontinued. You could only buy this on Amazon. But it is a bronzer. It's a bronzer with highlight in it. That's what the gold little flakes are, which I am obsessed with. I love it so much. Shit, what was that? Oh my palettes. Then I'm gonna use this Echo Tools fan brush. And this one you can go a little heavy on it, like whenever you're applying it. You could add as much as you want because it's so light. It's such a light color that it might look like you're putting on a bunch of it, but you're really not because it's super, super light. But at the same time, it's like a sun-kissed bronzer, and I love it so much because besides the fact that it's super light, since it's a sun-kissed bronzer, it has that highlight. So it doesn't overdo it. That's what I like about it. And then blush, Juvia's. I just started using this and I really like it. A lot. This is Rosy Posy. So I just do 3 little dots. I literally just started using this one. I used to use the Frankie Rose bronzer as well. But I ran out of it, so then I decided that I wanted to try something different. So I went and I bought the Dior one, and I loved it. The Dior one was nice, but price-wise, it's not worth it. It's too much, price-wise. Okay, so this is a Frankie Rose concealer brush number 91. They do sell, Frankie Rose sells all their brushes individually. I think they have some sets, but I'm not sure if you could get them all. But for the most part, all the brushes are sold individually if you want any. And I do, like, ever since I started using this, the blush is very pigmented. So that's why I only do 3 dots. And it might look a little too much, but I'm also going to blend it out with the setting powder. So that will remove a lot of it. So that's why I make sure to do the 3 dots instead of 2. Because I already know how it's going to look when I add the setting powder to set it. But I highly recommend this cream blush. Is amazing. Okay. Then again, back to the Beauty Blender, because the Beauty Blender will suck up some of the color as well. So you want to make sure it all blends. Okay. And then I might add a little bit more bronzer, powder-wise. And then I get my setting powder, which is the Laura Mercier one. I set underneath the eye. And then from here, I go from here straight to the nose, or from the nose straight back. And if you do it from the corner of your nose like this, arched up like that, then you do the same thing on the other side from the tip of your nose like that, then you're going to get the same lineup. Same lineup. And then just for the hell of it, let's see. Put a little bit of P. Louise on my eye. This is just regular eye primer, which I need more already. P. Louise base number 2. And then we're gonna go in with my Homegirl Movement eyeshadow palette. And let's do... This is literally a half face look. Fuck it. So Homegirl Movement palette with the purple. Y ciega, because I don't have my contacts on high on. You guys, lately, this whole week, I've been so worn out with no energy. All I want to do is sleep, eat and sleep. That's why I haven't really been active on social media either. Okay. I'm gonna try to push this color out a little more. So I'm just gonna push it out a little. Same brush, just remove the color on the outside. Push it out a little. Like so, and then I'm gonna grab the shimmer that's on the same palette. So the shimmer, this one right here, is what I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna put it in the center of the eye. And then go back with this and just blend around it. And then for the fuck of it, some more fuck of it, I'm not gonna do a liner, but you can do a liner. This specific look or not. I'm gonna take it off in 5 seconds. We'll throw on, I don't know where my other lashes are, but we'll throw on a pair of Homegirl Movement lashes. Mascara, quien sabe. I need to get new mascara. I bought my daughter a mascara from Ulta, and it literally came with 2, and you think that girl even dared to be like, oh, mom, do you want one of them? No, she freaking took them both. So now I gotta go and buy my own, because, yeah, girly over there went and took it all. You know what? I'm gonna add a little bit of that purple back, because the shimmer kind of overpowered the damn thing. A little mascara. Did anybody go watch any of the movies I shared with you guys? I'm gonna start charging or sharing movies and shows only on supporters, because I think it's funny, bro, to see other people trying to act like low-key watching me, right? And then ay, no, mejor me voy a callar. Mejor me voy a callar. But anyways, the one that I shared with you guys, Boys Don't Cry, is so sad. These are my Homegirl Movement lashes. And I believe these are Shy Girl, but I think these are my old ones. They're a little beat up. They're a little beat up. A little bit. And then with this brush, instead, see how the blush already kind of blended in, like it sets and it kind of like blends in by itself. But normally, if that doesn't happen and it still looks very bright, or your bronzer looks really bright, then you're gonna do what I'm about to do. You basically bring, instead of brushing the powder off, you bring it up and you mix it with your bronzer and your blush. And that's basically gonna help it all set as one. But see, like it almost basically removed it all. Jesus. So that's not gonna slide. That's why I do it more pigmented, because I don't want it to, I should have just left it how it was and blew it off, because it actually looked good like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and re-add 3 tiny little dots. But the setting powder will actually help it set, you guys. Like, you don't ever feel like you overdid it with bronzer or blush, because when you add the setting powder, the more you leave it on your face and then you blend it across your face, like in this area, it will blend really good. But this blush, for whatever reason, seems like the longer, like when you put it on at first, it's very pigmented. But then after it sits there for a little bit, it kind of like sets really nicely, like into a really nice shade. See? And I don't know if you guys noticed, but currently right now, I'm going to do it with my lashes, like not. If you guys notice that right now, heavy blush is like what's in style, which is so funny, because one of my friends from middle school, she was going to school for cosmetology before I even started going. And one time I hired her, this was years ago, I hired her to come and do my makeup for me one time and my hair, because it was for my birthday actually. I asked her to come and do my hair and all that. And she would get so mad at me because I would put a shit ton of blush. She'd be like, why are you doing that? It doesn't look good. And I'm like, I love a lot of blush. To me, putting a lot of blush on my face was kind of giving like güerita, because I was so dark and I hated it. So I'm like, well, if I put a lot of blush and I have, you know, if you're morenita, then you understand where I'm coming from, because morenitas don't blush. Just like in the summer, we don't get red and pale because you get sunburn. No, we just get browner and browner and browner. So I thought, well, if I put a bunch of blush, then I'm just gonna look así güerita. But my friend would get so mad at me. I wonder how she feels now that she sees that it's in style to have like a shit ton of blush on your face. Like, I'm serious, it's a big old thing right now. She would be like, no, girl. Maybe to you, it's a thing, but it's not a thing. I like, see how simple this little eyeshadow look came out, and it still looks cute, like for something fast. Not too bad, right? This time I'm not gonna bring it up so that way I don't. And then a little mascara underneath the eye, but before I do that, I'm gonna put a little white on the waterline. I don't do this all the time. I only do it sometimes. Put a little white on my waterline because it like opens up your eyes more. Since my eyes are very chinitos, they're like really low. Half of the time people think I'm Asian or native, and I don't know. I could understand the, well, I guess, I don't know. I had asked one of my lives, why do people assume or ask me if I'm native? And they were saying because of my hair and the color of my skin, and obviously if I'm Asian because of my eyes. But no, girl, Mexican American. Literally. But there it is, you guys. Foundation wise, I think it does really good. I just wanted you guys to see. Hold on. See, this is the time they normally start racing out here, because where I live, there's like, they just made this long ass stretch street, which is, it used to be only a 2-lane, which was outgoing and incoming, and now they made it wider. So basically it's a 2-lane car going out and coming in. So that means a lot of racing. I swear on everything, all you hear is racing all night long. But let me show you guys what my, let me pick up a little bit. Oh, and then highlight wise, all setting spray. Drugstore, love it. I love it. It works so freaking stinking good. Freaking stinking good. And then as for my nose, I don't contour my nose anymore because I feel like sometimes I might be rushing and I don't do it good, and then it just looks like I drew a penis on my face and I don't like it. So a little trick to give in the illusion that you contour your nose is get concealer, highlight. I use this one. It's a trio from Frankie Rose. And then I put a little, I basically create an exclamation mark on my nose, and I promise you, it will give the illusion that you contour your nose. Just like that. And then this. And then you get your blending brush. Let me move all this out of here. Hold on. Because I just had my vanity was all clean. I'm going to leave that out because I'm going to use that tomorrow. So then with this brush, I just blend it. So that way it doesn't look all crazy. But for a minute there, you guys, I didn't, before I started contouring my nose, like I said, I already stopped. But before that, I would only do this, the little exclamation on the nose. And people would ask me if I got a nose job or if I contour my nose, and I don't. I've never gotten a nose job ever. Ever, ever, ever. So I feel like if you don't know how to contour your nose, or you don't want to do the exclamation mark on your nose, it works good. Like, it really does. But this is what it gives. Half the nose. Half the face. With Frankie Rose foundation. I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on it. Hold on, I got something in my eye. And that was one layer of foundation. So technically, if you want to add more than one layer, it will not look cakey. And also, you don't want to have a full cover, like overdoing it foundation in the summer because it's too hot. But even if you don't do that, I promise it will not, your sweat will not go through your foundation at all. I promise you on everything I love, like, it will not do that. This foundation works really, really good. They do color match you on there. If you guys need help color matching, all you have to do is, for example, let's say you go on their website and you want to get color to match, on their little drop menu, it gives the option, right? It's going to ask you, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 questions, but the main question it's going to say is what brand. This is an extra one. I've had this for a while. But for example, let's say you go on there and it says, okay, what brand? Then you're going to put, they're going to ask you what you're currently using. So then you would say, okay, well, currently I'm using Too Faced, and then it's going to say what color. Then you put warm beige. And then I don't know if it asks something else or just those 2 questions, but just from the current foundation you're using and the color like this, they'll tell you like, okay, well, based off of that, your oatmeal blend and your foundation, and then your concealer, your chai or ginger, and then as the bronzer, cream, the cream one obviously, then you would go with truffle. Simple as that. Dude, like, look at my curls already. I honestly think it's the curl, not the curler, the extensions. I haven't tried curling my hair with another tool. I'm gonna try tomorrow, because I'm wondering, well, what if it is the curler? Since it's a different, I believe it's ceramic. Because how is it, like, possible that already, bro? Look. Lo traía bien chino. You guys seen at the beginning, like, when I was curling it. It was super chinito. I had curls for days, and now... I can't even... I'm late to your party. Hi. Yeah, I'm getting off now. I was just showing them how I trim up my brows, and then it became a whole, let me show you half my face, how good this foundation is situation. And I curled my hair. But see, ya no lo traigo chino el pelo. Like, what the hell? Originally was, should I dye my bangs or not? Because I kind of want to add my blonde back on in it. I've been telling you guys that I've been wanting to add the blonde back on it, but I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should or I shouldn't. But there's the foundation, you guys. I promise you, you will not regret it. Go and get this foundation. It's amazing. Like, look at that, literally. And I don't have a filter on here. I don't have like a smoothing filter on here where it like makes your face look smooth. No, like, look, there it is, bare face, what my skin really looks like. I have a bunch of like red on my face. I have all these little freckles, which goes all the way to this side. Right here in the front, I have deep little pores, only right here, which is so crazy. And I have a little bit of like granitos. But let me tell you, the only reason why I have all these little granitos, as you can see, they're going away. They were worse. This one's obviously a little flow, you know. When you're on your period, you get 1 or 2 big pimples. At least I do, because I don't really break out. But I tried this new setting spray in these little drops. I don't even know what brand it is, they were super expensive, you guys. Oh, and I tried the new Urban Decay foundation, the new matte and set face foundation they just came out with, and oh my god, I broke out so bad. That's what all these little granitos are, and they're already going away. This is like week 2 of them finally starting to go away, besides this one. But it was bad. But I just want you guys to see how good the foundation is. Like, I don't have a filter on. This is a raw face of what I look like. Some of you are going to be like, bitch, you still look ugly. It's okay. The purpose of this, is for you to see that one layer of a full coverage, how good it looks. Alpha's good. Yeah, I don't try. I'm gonna stick with like my Frankie Rose stuff and everything I use now, because me trying other stuff, Stephanie, you're so sweet, girly. Thank you. Night night. See you tomorrow, sis. Have a good night, Taba. Yes, I use filters once in a great while on TikTok. I'm serious. Besides that, I never wear filters. I take me as I am. I don't care. At the end of the day, the only person I need to impress is my husband, and that's it. I really don't care about anybody else. But if there's something I can share with you guys to help you, if you do have bad scarring or acne, this foundation is going to work best for you if you sweat a lot in the summer. Because I promise you, when I used to be super, super skinny, like sucked in like a fucking skeleton, I never used to sweat. Well, how was I going to sweat if I didn't have no body fat on me? But now that I gained weight, I sweat a lot, you guys. Like, my face sweats a lot. Like, I'm telling you guys, I know what it is to sweat like a normal person, because now I gained weight. I have body fat. But when I wear my foundation, I promise you on everything, it does not go through my foundation. Like, I could feel the sweat around my neck and like behind my neck because my hair and stuff, but I will never see it coming through my foundation. But if I use any other foundation, you can see it, especially on the nose area. So this foundation, I promise you on everything, I've been saying this for years, Frankie Rose foundation is sweat proof. And you can do as many layers as you want, and it will never look cakey. I did only one layer on my face, but if I wanted to, I could have did another layer, but I just wanted you to see that one layer covers a lot, like a lot. I love it, you guys. I hope you guys try it. If you haven't tried it, try it. Oh, another thing, you guys, if you want to invest in buying it, but you're not sure about the color, or you're not sure about the product itself, you're kind of like iffy, doubting it, they sell samples. So you could get colored match, and instead of buying a big bottle costs around $30, which is around the same prices as all these high-end other makeup brands. I believe that's how much they are as well, but I think it's like $30. And then if I can't show you because my other phone is dead, but I believe that it's around $30, and then when you add my code EXO Crystal, it brings it more down. And everything I used from Frankie Rose is the foundation, the concealer in the color Chai. This is Oatmeal Blend. And then the concealer is Chai. The bronzer, the darker concealer that I use as a bronzer, a cream bronzer. That one is in the shade Truffle. Works amazing. And then pretty soon I'll be using, see how it highlights the brow bone? That one I used is MAC Cosmetics. But the one that I just got, I need to pick it up from the mail, is from Frankie Rose as well. And it does so good. Like, look how pretty it looks underneath your brow because of the highlight. A lot of girls that do eyeshadow, they'll go in there and they'll put an actual highlight, or they'll put like a lighter, like a nude eyeshadow to highlight underneath the brow. But you don't need to do that. All you have to do is get a really good creamy concealer for the top of your brow, and it will work so good. And this is the one that I use. And when I'm telling you guys, like, I promise, I love it so much. Like, mine is literally like scraped. I don't even know where it's at. But I basically like scraped it all out from using it so much. Ya no tiene. Like, look at this. I'm not lying. This is the Frankie Rose one that I normally use. And this is in the shade, this is an eye primer in the shade Light. But it will look even better, like lighter than this. Look. When I tell you, I literally, if I could literally like, I would have. But no tiene nada. Mine's in the mail. I have to go get it. I was going to go get it today, but. So go try this, you guys. I promise you, like, 1 out of 10, she a 10. I love their stuff. And not just because I promote for them, because I really don't really promote. Like, I tell you guys what I'm using, but I don't really sit here and promote them anymore like I used to. But there it is, you guys. And then I'll show you guys on this other big light, which the big light, some people seem to think that these big fucking lights are gonna make your skin look perfect, which that's not fucking true. The more lighting, the more it's gonna show everything on your face, from your pores to pimples to scars. That's what these lights do. They literally show everything. So no, it does not make you magically have pretty skin. It shows everything, but with this one you can see it all with this lighting. But foundation wise is amazing. And then look at the nose. See how it kind of like gives you the illusion of contouring your nose even though you didn't. It kind of, the highlight makes it look like I contoured on the outside, creating like a little shadow on the outside even though I didn't. All I did was do a little exclamation mark on my nose, and it gives it the illusion of me contouring my nose even though I didn't. There it is. That's the trick. I'm telling you guys, it works. It really works. But this is what I did. Lashes, like I said, I think they're Shy Girl. I know they're these ones. No, these are Payasa. I believe they're Shy Girl from the Lowrider Girl collection. Shy Girl. From Homegirl Movement, as well as the eyeshadow. We only did purple and then the highlight in the center from the Homegirl Movement collection. And it's all from Homegirl Movement, including the lashes. And I would have did the lips too from Homegirl Movement, but we didn't do lips on this one. But go try it out, you guys. If you guys do shop with Frankie Rose and you want to save some money, you don't have to. But if you want to save money, don't forget to use my code XO Crystal. XO Crystal to save some money with Frankie Rose. XO Crystal to save some money with Foxy Bay on the limited edition old school curler that I used today. And then XO Crystal with Homegirl Movement as well. Same code with everybody, XO Crystal. But that's it, you guys. I'm gonna go. Now at least I feel like I can tell that it's not foundation wise. You guys think it's too dark for my face? Or no? Now that I have only half of it, does it look too dark for my neck area? I swear I feel like, I mean, too light because I got sunburnt. I don't know if I got darker or not. Because I feel like I got darker, but I don't know if I can tell. Oh, and then my brows. Look at my brows. Not too bad, right? Especially because, like, I maintain my brows with this little thing. This and regular brow scissors. Girl, bye. Self-taught me. Thank you, Steph. I just don't know. I gotta look in the sun. So far, I think it doesn't look too bad. But I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys mañana. I have to get up early for my son's baseball game. And then we have to go in the city to go and get the football stuff for my son because he starts football season in July. And then we're going on a date to celebrate my birthday. I'm so excited because we didn't get to celebrate my birthday because he had to work. But we're going to a hot springs place. And he reserved like a private tub for us. So I'm super excited because I've never been. I'm really excited. I think we're going to have dinner there, and it's like a big old fancy place. But maybe I'll see you guys tomorrow in the morning to get ready. But if I go on, it'll be super early, guys. It won't be late. It'll be early. Oh, thank you, girl. People were asking me how old I turned for my birthday, and they didn't believe me. Like, why would I lie and say that I turned 38? Like, why would I lie about that? Like, no, I turned 21. No, I turned 28. 38, I mean, not 21. 28. And the crazy thing is that my mom is gonna turn 57 in July, and when she was my age, a lot of people used to think she was way younger, and they thought she was my sister. Every time we went like to the store or something, and my mom would tell them like, oh, this is my daughter, and they wouldn't believe her. So I guess I got my mom's genes, so I can't complain. Thank you for the birthday wishes, you guys. I didn't even get to post a picture or nothing to share that it was my birthday, but maybe I will tomorrow. I still have it, I just haven't had a chance to actually post it, so maybe tomorrow I'll do that. Lately I haven't really been posting too much, but okay guys, I love you guys so much. You guys have a good night. You look way younger than that. Oh, thank you. Oh no, girl. Yeah, I've been on here for a little bit. I curled my hair and shaped my brows because my brows needed to be done really bad. Like, they needed to be shaped badly. But I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good night. Thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. My birthday's all motherfucking month. You know, it's a Gemini month. But I love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.